And has some very interesting advice from President Trump regarding Bob Mueller's investigation. Former Clinton advisor Dick Morris joins me now, and you can read all his column and see his daily lunch alert videos at dickmorris.com. All right, good evening, Dick. It's a pleasure to have you on Justice. And I read your op-ed where you talk about the president, the fact that you don't think the president should meet with Mueller. But before we get into that, CNN is putting out that Donald Trump has begun the initial steps of preparing for a possible interview, but they don't back it up. There's no source saying he's going to do it, but they're just blabbing, so it seems. What do you know, and what should the president do?
Well, sitting down with Mueller is really a sort of 3-hour game of gotcha against a professional at that game. Mueller's effort will not be to find the truth or to learn Trump's side of the story. It'll be to catch him in what could be played as a lie, catch him in saying something that might not be completely true, that Trump may not even realize isn't true. And you know how Trump embellishes and talks on and uses superlatives. He's hoping to trap him in those. His investigation has run out of gas. He hasn't found any evidence of collusion. And now he's hoping to morph it into an investigation into obstruction of justice, and hoping to use a comment that Trump may make in an interview to establish that. Trump is insane to go into an interview with Mueller.
You know what's interesting, Dick, is that even, Mueller should be investigating a crime. And we all know that collusion with Russia is not a crime. So without there being a specific crime, other than now the word is it's obstruction of justice, in order to assess whether or not there should be any charge on obstruction of justice, Mueller would have to rely on his pal, Jim Comey, and his testimony. He must find it credible. But Mueller's pals with Jim Comey.
There's nothing more dangerous than a prosecutor in search of a crime to prosecute. And with these laws relating to making it illegal to lie to the FBI and the literal strict interpretation of what one would say, makes that a complete setup for Trump. What I think he should do is, if he feels he has to testify before Mueller, insist that it be with written questions and written answers. Then his lawyers can vet it. He can be sure that there's no way it could be interpreted as a lie, and he'll come out of this okay. And there's no way that Mueller can argue it's got to be verbal, it's got to be in person. He's talking about the President of the United States, who may not have 3 hours where he's doing nothing to sit with Mueller and chew the fat. And I think if Trump insists on putting it in writing, he can come out of this process alive. And then I think the Mueller investigation falls apart.
Well, were you, Dick, let me ask you this. When you were with the Clintons, were you there as he was preparing to testify during his investigation in the Monica Lewinsky case?
I was there, but I wasn't there. I was always in touch with him. But I think that he well understood the importance of avoiding a direct encounter with Starr. When he finally did, it was because he had no choice because of the semen stains on the dress.
That's right. And we don't have anything like that here. Anyway, Dick Morris, thanks so much for being with us tonight. We'll be right back.